We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. We're here with Ewan, finally by ourselves after the whole incident of him being just bolting out from the courtyard. This is our first time together in a long time. Also, I wanted to apologize for storming off yesterday. Is it yesterday? Whoa. I guess I just took Allie's advice a little personally. No, I wasn't upset or anything. I was just worried. It was just frustrating to feel like you might be willing to shut me out like that after I helped you. And hey, bitch, I didn't say anything. Allie said it. And stupid because I didn't help you because I was hoping for anything. I never intended to shut you out. Look, Allie's probably right. It might be best for you to keep your distance after all this. Fairs are clearly just causing trouble for you. And even if you aren't exactly going to be able to just walk away and live a normal life after this, you can at least avoid anything related to fairies as much as possible. It'll be safer. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way he was saying it. And I didn't like the idea of avoiding him because of this. You and I... Back! Allie, goddammit! I sighed softly. Come on, let's go see if she found anything. The silence was heavy and awkward as I led Ewan back to the kitchen. So, I didn't really find anything terrible lurking out there. I didn't really expect to, but that fairy ring definitely gives me bad vibes. As I thought, we need to get rid of it. It's a good idea. All fairy rings open gates to fairy, especially at this time of year. It's not good to keep it around. Believe me, they'll sneak those things right up to your window to use it as a way to drag you into their world if they can. That thing was here when we got here, so at the very least, I don't think they're using it to try to get me or whatever. But that's no reason to not assume they won't. That's the problem with fairies, Michiko. You never know when they're just being fey or when they're being shady. And if you want to stay safe, you have to assume the latter. Yeah, but I think I mentioned it before. Kicking over a few mushrooms got the brownie pissed at Spencer. How can we get rid of it without, bringing up pox in the house and all that? Shelly has been looking into that. We need to find a way to protect the household before we even touch that thing. But we'll find something. Don't worry about it. I am worrying about it. You worry about feeling better and finding the rest of those fairy favors. That's enough for you right now. Right, I will. We've got to get back. You're going to be okay on your own. I think so. I'm still feeling a little dizzy, but it's not that bad. It feels like a mild head cold. Well, try to take it easy if you can. I didn't know how that was going to work when I needed to scour the house for little fairy invites scattered around. And let us know if anything weird happens, okay? Anything weird? This whole thing was an unending parade of weird. I let the two of them out and ended up spending the afternoon looking for any more flowers or twigs or weird mushrooms in the bathroom cabinet. There weren't as many as last time, but definitely more than expected. I didn't quite get finished before Mom came back home and I had to retreat back to my room. It wasn't bad timing. I was starting to feel pretty gross again as evening approached. This time before bed, I remembered to put Shelly's herb mixture back at my door. I wasn't trying to keep myself in this time, but anything else out. And I very carefully locked both doors just to be on the safe side. Regardless, I didn't think I was going to be sleeping easy until all of this was over for good, if that time ever came. October 26th. I did eventually try to get some sleep. Of course, that was when my brain decided to think about a million things, so sleep was nearly impossible. I don't know how long I flopped back and forth, trying to find a comfortable spot that would entice sleep. Too long. I had just finally started to drop off when the light in the bathroom flicked on, sending a warm glow of light up from the crack at the bottom. Ugh. I rolled over, glaring that way. There was a shadow passing back and forth under the door, as if Spencer was pacing in front of it. What the heck is he doing? The door handle to my side jiggled slightly, causing me to sit up. Is he trying to get in here? In the silence, I could hear his feet shuffling back and forth, and a whispering. What is going on? Oh my god, is he like... Oh my god, did he get possessed? We're staying in bed. Fuck that shit. Stay in bed. I waited where I was, unwilling to get out of bed and see what he was doing. I just wanted to wait, see if he'd leave. And the footsteps did retreat. The light went out, and I heard his footsteps in the hall. Where is he going? I bit my lip and finally yanked the blankets back, deciding to follow. Something was definitely going on with him, and it was starting to worry me. I kind of like staying in bed, though. Check it out. I hopped out of bed and padded quietly to the bathroom door, pressing my ear against it. I listened carefully to see if I could hear what he was saying. The whispering was too faint. I set my hand on the knob and in one motion threw the door open, leveling glare at him. He froze as soon as our eyes met. He was standing there, strangely hunched, with his hands pulled up to his chin. What? His eyes were wide and blank as he stared at me. Well, what am I? Bitch, this is scary. He looked around foggily, clearly still half asleep. Spencer, what are you doing? I don't know. Have to go hill. You're not going to any hill. You're going to bed. Hill? What the heck? I caught his arm and walked him back to bed, my frustration evaporating. This was clearly wrong and worrying, and whatever he was doing, I didn't think he could help it at all. He was remarkably compliant as I helped him back to bed. I pulled the blankets up, still frowning as my gaze fell on his alarm clock, nearly 3 in the morning. Again. I cast another worried look his way as I retreated to my bedroom. It felt like there were only 2 options. Either Spencer's night terrors were back, or for some reason the fairies switched their attention to him. And I was going to go with the latter because there was something distinctively unnatural about all this. I couldn't believe it was some weird coincidence. But why? Spencer's behavior reminded me of my sleepwalking, but it was clearly different as well. He wasn't just heading straight for the woods or the bridge. He was looking around, trying to get in my room. Ali said fairies could influence dreams, even control sleeping humans. Since Spencer being a changeling made no sense, it felt like it must be something more like that. But why? Unless the foxglove ritual had cut them off from influencing me anymore, so they had to use him. I fell into bed too exhausted and sick to worry about it. I slept only fitfully until morning, waking up frequently to check doors, but everything was silent the rest of the night. Bro, this is chaotic. I feel like I'm not for sure gonna get Ewan's like best ending, because these choices are very difficult. I didn't feel at all like going to school in the morning, but I wanted to talk to Ali and not over text. I got myself up and started to get dressed until Mom caught me. She cornered me in the bathroom and did the usual forehead check. You still feel warm. I'm fine. You're not fine. Look at those circles under your eyes, and your voice is still hoarse. Mom! Back to bed. Spencer caught what you have, and you're both staying home. Spencer's sick. I have to close on a house this morning, then 2 viewings this afternoon, and then I'll be back. I want you both to rest. There's no reason to send you to school now, only for you to relapse in a couple of days because you didn't rest enough. But I can't believe you honestly want to go to school. I do! Bed. Now. I let out a frustrated sigh and retreated under her watchful gaze. She was only satisfied when I was laying with the blankets up to my chin. But as soon as she was gone, I grabbed my phone and texted Ali. Still sick. Big problems. What's happening? Spencer, something wrong. He's sleepwalking, acting really weird. Not normal weird. I'll stop by soon. I'm working today. For a while. We can stay and bring homework if we need to. Sounds good. We'll tell you when she leaves. For one blissful day, I've been able to think that maybe this would be over. Now I look like I was definitely too hopeful with that thought. Mom left a short time after that, and the house was silent. I texted Ali, then tiptoed into the bathroom to listen at Spencer's door, not a peep. I knew he couldn't have caught my supposed bug. Not the reason I was feeling under the weather was from that foxglove mixture. So I wasn't sure what was wrong with him, pretending he was sick so he could stay home and spy on me, or were the late night escapades having an impact on him. I knew how that was. I've been a zombie for days because of that nonsense. It made me angry. The idea they were messing with him to get to me, I hated it so very much. I finally headed downstairs to wait for Ali. I wasn't sure when she was going to try to stop by. Maybe I could do another sweep through the house without Spencer noticing. I decided to definitely give it a shot. Where's my dad? Is he at the shop? But for now, coffee to clear my head. I was in the middle of making that when I decided I was hungry too. So I fished a carton of eggs from the fridge, thinking I'd poached one to have with toast. Hey Spencer, your eyes look a little better now. I was just getting that started when I heard shuffling footsteps on the stairs. I tensed and glanced back, half worriedly, half expecting to see creepy sleepwalking Spencer shambling toward me. Instead, it was just normal sleepy Spencer standing on the bottom step watching me. He definitely looked the way I'd been feeling a few days ago. Poor guy. Want an egg? Toast? Coffee? I don't drink coffee. Hot chocolate? Tea? I'll make you something if you want. Just tea. Damn it, Spencer, I was gonna say you're really like me to choose hot chocolate. He half mumbled as if he half mumbled it as he shuffled to his stool and flopped down. I bit my lip as I filled the kettle and set it to boil. In the meantime, I broke my egg into a little bowl, looking down at the shell. I had no idea how accurate any of the books actually were, but maybe. I mean, Brenna kind of scoffed at the idea. Still, it couldn't hurt to try, just to be completely sure. I cautiously filled one side of the eggshell with water. What are you doing? What's it look like? I have no idea. Something weird as usual. I mean, he's not wrong. I narrowed my eyes at him. This wasn't much of a reaction. If anything, anyone would find it weird to try to boil water in an eggshell, right? I sighed and dumped the water out before tossing the shells. I mean, I'd already decided he wasn't a changeling anyway, so it's not like I'd really expected anything. A moment later, Spencer stood, the stool scraping against the floor as he started back to the stairs. Going to try to sleep. What about your tea? Forget it. I'll bring it up when it's done. He grunted in response. How very manly of him. I leaned against the counter and stared behind him, and long after he was gone. And then the water started to boil, and I was distracted with my impromptu breakfast and Spencer's tea for a while. It wasn't until after I had cleaned everything up that I heard a car pull up out front. My phone chimed at the same time. Sorry it took a while to get away. Where can we talk? Give me a sec. Motorcyclist? Thank goodness. Damn. Ugh, my back is also aching. I think I pulled my back when I was working out this morning before work. I wiped my hands and went quietly to the front, letting myself outside just as Allie was coming up to the porch. Hey, just wanted to stop by and give you some homework. She said it loudly, peering around me to the inside as she brandished some worksheets. I shut the door behind me and pulled Allie back toward her car. Spencer's up in his room sleeping. What the heck is going on? I don't know, he's been sleepwalking, I guess, moving around at night, trying to get into my room. I can hear him muttering to himself, whispering. All I can think of is when I was doing the same thing, but it doesn't make sense. If I was sleepwalking because I was changing, why is Spencer doing it? His being a changeling as well just doesn't add up. Well, maybe it's not that he's a changeling, then. The Fae could still be influencing him somehow. If he's trying to get into your room, maybe you're their target, and now they're just trying to use him to get to you. I had that thought as well, but why? To try to lure me out, drag me out by force. Either one. Both? Their power is in upswing right now due to some pain, so maybe they're feeling particularly pulled since they have plenty of time before the end of Overflow to get you back. What do we do? I told Vilos as much as I know, but you have to understand that the agency doesn't usually get too involved in fairy business. It's nearly impossible to police them anyway. At most, they might be able to offer some protection until Overflow is over. Well, they're useless. I'm thinking we might want to just get you out of the house and see what happens. If you're the target, they'll leave Spencer alone and try to follow you. What if they hurt Spencer while I'm out? And what if they hurt Spencer while I'm gone? If they intended to hurt anyone, they would have already. We can't ask them what they want, so we just have to trick them into showing their hand. I don't like the idea of leaving. Someone has to keep an eye on things. We're hardly going to abandon your family and let the Fae do what they want. I have an idea, one that'll just let us get you to a safe place, and that'll let us keep an eye on your family in case they have something else up their collective sleeve. And what plan is that exactly? Just sit tight. I need some arrangements first, okay? Great. She handed over the worksheets she brought. Just in case you need evidence, my visit was legit. Thanks. Anxious and unsure what Allie had planned, I took the worksheets back inside. The house was still quiet. Ugh, I still felt kind of ill, and I really wanted to be able to just rest. As it was, it didn't seem like resting was really in the stars for me at this point. I headed up to my bedroom, pausing in the door. I wasn't sure why, but it felt like someone had been in there. Spencer and the brownie were the only two options, but I was used to the brownie already. Spencer. I peeked through the bathroom. His side was open, and he appeared to be asleep in bed. But why would he have been in my room? Just normal brotherly snooping? Did that mean he was pretending to feel bad? Man, I hated this. It was like we just switched from his being suspicious of me to the other way around. Fairies suck. I went back and flopped on my bed, throwing my arms across my eyes. I didn't want it to be this way. Rolling over, I stared at the light drifting through the curtains. What happens now? Several hours passed before Allie texted me again. She told me to sneak out if I could and head toward the bridge. The bridge, huh? Why the bridge? I missed Ewan. Where's Ewan? Well, weirdly, everything kind of went back to the bridge for some reason. I wonder why that was. Going down there was starting to feel kind of ominous. Or maybe all the sneaking around was just starting to get to me. Either way, I got ready quickly anyway, eager to hear what she had in mind. The house had become oppressive. I was surprised to find Spencer sitting at the kitchen table when I got there. I didn't hear him leave his room. He had one of Mom's old scrapbooks open in front of him, but closed it as soon as he heard me. I'm feeling a little better. Wanted to get some fresh air. I think I'm going to go for a walk. He didn't acknowledge that, so I quietly headed out of the kitchen. It's strange. I stopped and glanced back at him. Since we got back, I've been dreaming about the past a lot. Sometimes it feels like I've forgotten something really important. He set a hand on his scrapbook and frowned down at it. How do you live? Feeling like there's some kind of hole in your mind. The fuck? What are you asking me right now? I bit my lip anxiously, wondering what he was talking about. You just live because that's all you can do. He looked really, really tired and really, really sad. He was still sitting there when I left a few minutes later. And this is where I'm gonna stop for today. Spencer needs a... Oh shit, I didn't even say it. Spencer needs a hug. Spencer needs... something. He needs... I need to quickly save this situation. That's what we need to do. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it,